Why are you so exhausted all the time? Why can't you sleep at night, even when your body is tired? Why do you keep second-guessing every move, every word, every glance? You think it's your job, your circumstances, your past. No, it's because you've handed over your peace of mind to other people. You've become a puppet to their opinions, a slave to their validation, a shadow cast by their judgment. And here's the brutal truth. Most of them don't even care about you. Not really. They're too caught up in their own worries, their own insecurities. Their desperate need to be liked, just like you. You're trapped, and it's time to break the chain. You spend your days scanning faces for approval, measuring your tone, your laugh, your timing, playing it safe just to be accepted. And every time you do that, you chip away at your soul, you bury your truth, you turn your back on who you are, you silence the one voice meant to guide you, your own. But you weren't born to please people, you were born to master yourself. Marcus Aurelius said it best, "It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than others, but care more about their opinions than our own." That's the sickness, that's the virus you've been infected with, caring too much what they think, needing to badly to be seen a certain way. And in that obsession to be liked, to be approved, you become invisible to yourself, you bend, you mold, you shrink, and the more you do it, the more they sense it, because people can smell weakness, not the kind that comes from failure, but the kind that comes from insecurity, the kind that tries too hard, the kind that chases approval like a dog begging for scraps. And you know what they do with that kind of person? They stop respecting them. No matter how kind you are, how helpful, how agreeable, the more you seek validation, the less they value you. That's the trap. That's the prison of perception. The Stoics knew this thousands of years ago. Epictetus reminded us there are things we control and things we don't. And what others think of you, that's not yours to control. That's their mind, their lens, their baggage. You don't get to control how the world sees you. You only control how you show up. So, how are you showing up? Are you living by your values or their expectations? Are you acting with integrity or performing to impress? Because every time you abandon your principles to make someone else like you, we uncovered a hard truth. Every time you betray yourself to please others, you chip away at your power. Now, let's go deeper, because the betrayal comes with a heavy cost. You become weaker every time you say yes when your soul screams no, every time you fake a laugh, every time you hide your real thoughts out of fear. You are feeding a lie that grows stronger, a lie that eventually consumes you. That's a coward's life, and deep down you know it. Don't twist this. I'm not telling you to be rude. I'm not saying be cruel. I'm telling you to be grounded, to be so deeply rooted in your values, your path, your truth, that other people's opinions feel like wind against a mountain, loud but powerless, present but irrelevant. You want peace? Stop chasing everyone's approval. You want strength? Stop caring what they think of you. Real strength begins the moment you no longer need others to clap for you, to understand you, to like you. It begins when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop defending who you are. Seneca said, "What progress have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself." That's the goal. That's the Stoic mark, to befriend your soul, to stop abandoning yourself every time someone raises an eyebrow, to stop apologizing for your existence. You weren't placed here to be understood by everyone. You were placed here to become disciplined, virtuous, and resilient regardless of who's watching. Your worth doesn't increase with praise, and it doesn't diminish with criticism, because your worth is not up for negotiation. That is power. That is Stoic freedom. But it takes effort. It takes brutal self-honesty. It takes courage to ask yourself, where am I selling myself short? Where am I wearing a mask? Where am I hiding my truth just to avoid judgment? And then ask, what has that cost you? What has caring so much really brought you? Has it made you happier, stronger, more fulfilled, or has it made you anxious, confused, fragmented? The answer is clear. The price of people-pleasing is always your peace. The cost of chasing approval is always your freedom. You cannot serve two masters, yourself and the crowd. One will demand your silence, the other will demand your strength. Choose, because life is short. If you waste it trying to be liked, you'll never be respected. If you waste it seeking acceptance, you'll never be free. And if you spend it chasing popularity, you'll never build character. You'll be a chameleon constantly changing, never becoming something real. As Marcus Aurelius knew well, the mind is a battlefield, and without daily discipline, it will be overrun by fears, by fantasies, and by ego, because the mind is never still. If you don't lead it, it will lead you off course. You think you're the only one struggling through this? You're not. Every man and woman of real value has walked through this fire. The fire of rejection, the fire of not being understood, the fire of being dismissed or criticized. The real question is, will you let that fire burn you or forge you? Because those who live for applause, they die inside the moment it falls silent. Those who live for the crowd, they're lost when the crowd looks away. But those who live for virtue, they are anchored. They cannot be moved. They don't bow to storms, to gossip, to criticism, because their eyes are fixed on something greater, not fame, not validation, not comfort, but excellence. You want to be great? Then earn your own respect. Stop begging for theirs. You want to feel free? Then stop trying to manage their perception of you. Let them misunderstand. Let them question you. Let them laugh. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't betray yourself in the process, because the moment you care more about doing what's right than looking right, that's the moment you become untouchable. That's when the game shifts. That's when people begin to feel your presence without you even trying, because nothing is more powerful than a human being who no longer needs to impress anyone. Can't you see? The fight is not with the world. It's with yourself. Let go of the idea that you must be perfect. Let go of the illusion that you'll ever be universally loved. Let go of the need to be seen as strong, wise, funny, charming. Be what you are fully, without apology, without hesitation, without fear. That is Stoicism.